And now Jim Walsh is a research associate in the Security Studies program at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Jim, good morning and welcome back to America's Newsroom.
Good to see you, Bill.
Where does this go? You threaten the North. Does the North say, forget about you, we don't care?
I wish that would be the most likely outcome. Often, instead, what you get is this tit for tat. In the North Korean mind, by the way, there's at least some theory that suggests that they think of this sinking as a response to a naval episode a while ago where some South Korean naval ships shot up a North Korean ship. So you get back and forth, back and forth. So if we do something to them now, there's at least a good chance they're going to respond with some other provocative act. The other possibility, the other scenario, Bill, and this has happened in the past, is these crises sometimes lead the North Koreans to sort of pull a reversal and begin negotiations or begin a constructive phase of behavior. Now, whether they're going to go tit for tat or whether they're going to go use the crisis to sort of chart a different path, that we'll see over the next 2 weeks.
To pick up on that last point there, in the past what North Korea has done is they fired off a rocket or a missile to get the attention of the world, to get something in return, whether it's food or rice or, a seat at the negotiating table with the United States of America. You're suggesting that in a scenario like this, that the North Koreans would act out in order to get more attention?
Well, remember, if we do something, if we impose sanctions or the UN imposes sanctions, and they've already said as much, they will respond because most countries, if you do something to them, whether they're a good country or a bad country, if you punish them some way, naturally they're going to respond and be defiant. That's what countries do, especially if they're countries that have problems. They tend to be even more defiant. But again, occasionally in the past, rather than simply responding back and forth, on and on, sometimes North Korea will use a crisis as an opportunity to actually change its policy and move in a different direction. It's a small, weak country, and part of its repertoire, part of its toolbox, is to create crises as a way to improve its bargaining position.
What do you think of the way we have responded so far, be it the White House, be it the State Department with Hillary Clinton?
Yeah, I think we've done a great job so far because everyone, China, South Korea, the U.S., we're all in sort of a bind. On the one hand, they sunk this ship. You can't let that go. You can't simply ignore that and let that slide. So we have to respond. On the other hand, the options we have for responding are limited, and we want to keep our eye on the ball. And the ball here is the nuclear game. We want North Korea back in six-party talks, and we want that program reduced and eventually shuttered. And obviously, if we're going back and forth over this naval incident, it's hard to get back to the core issue, which is the nuclear issue. In general, though, what Hillary Clinton and the U.S. government has done is said, we strongly support our ally, South Korea. And the South Koreans have taken action, but they've been calibrated. They've been restrained, firm, but restrained. And I think that's exactly the right way to go for all the parties concerned.
We'll see where it goes because every day there's a new wrinkle on this. Jim Walsh, thank you. Out of Boston today. Appreciate it.